Where does he work?
I can't say.
Where does he work?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to give out no information about our residents.
Where does he work?
Did you not hear me? We can't give out no information.
Smiths Falls, 2025. On the evening of June 7th, 2025, at approximately 11 p.m., Rebecca McNaughton was arrested by a constable from the Smiths Falls Police Service. Miss McNaughton was handcuffed to the rear and placed in the rear of the officer's scout car. Now, shortly thereafter, an altercation occurred when the police constable did this. And now remember, Miss McNaughton is a tiny woman. She's very thin and a non-threat to this officer.
This witness video showing the heated physical altercation early Sunday morning between a Smiths Falls police officer and Rebecca McNaughton. She was handcuffed at the time, and now her family is asking why the situation was not handled differently.
We are horrified, sickened, and heartbroken. This video is inexcusable. We aren't debating whether or not she should have been arrested, but nobody deserves to be treated with such retaliatory violence.
You think it's okay because you have a badge?
Black says since the arrest, her family has had a difficult time getting information from Smiths Falls Police about where she is and whether she's received any medical care.
We're just trying to navigate a very difficult system, and we received quite a bit of pushback, some really rude interactions with police, and I think that's needless.
You excuse for man.
McNaughton's family says she has a history of mental health and addiction issues, and they have tried desperately for years to get her help.
She's a vulnerable person. And I think the key part there is she's a person, independently of whether or not she is a sister or a daughter or a friend, of which she is all three. She is a person.
The Smiths Falls Police Service issuing a statement on Monday saying they responded to 2 calls, first for a reported assault at a home and later for a disturbance at a business where a woman allegedly threw a table. After she was arrested and placed in the cruiser, police say, quote, the female is alleged to have repeatedly spit and kicked through the open portion of the plexiglass divider where an officer then intervened. The witness who took this video says the officer's demeanor seemed to have changed as soon as he realized someone was recording the incident.
He definitely went from more irritated and frustrated, and then as soon as he kind of realized that I was videoing, he kind of went like, oh, like, you didn't see that type thing.
Smiths Falls Police Chief Jody Empey says the 2 officers involved have been placed on administrative duties. As McNaughton's family and the community wait for answers, an outside police service is now taking over the investigation.
Well, the public need to know what happened and why, because there's a lot of rumors going around out there based on that limited video we've seen that will cause public concern. So the chief needs to quell that by saying it's under control. We've investigated it. Here's the action we've taken.
Yeah, can I speak to the OIC of the station, please?
I've got nobody available right now. Can I take your name and number and have somebody call you back?
Do you know when they'll be in next? I just have,
They're on calls.
I'm sorry?
They take calls, like for service, so they're like a regular officer.
Oh, okay. Do you have a supervisor that's in the station that I can speak to?
No, I don't, no.
Do you know when they'll be in?
Like I'm telling you, the supervisor takes calls, so they're not around. Is there something I can help you with or pass on to somebody?
I'm a journalist. I wanted to speak to the officer in charge about Rebecca McNaughton.
So have you read our press release?
I haven't, no.
Okay, it's on our website.
Okay.
You can see it there, or it's on our Facebook page also.
Okay, thank you very much for your help.
Alrighty, thank you.
Bye-bye. So that's exactly what I did. I went to their website, typed in Smiths Falls Police. This comes up, yada, yada, yada. And then this 1980s website comes up. It's a pretty lame website. Wow, this is old. And you keep having to scroll down. They make you scroll down to find out any information. They don't, put it right at the top where it's easily accessible. So it says enter the newsroom, which I did. And then right here, you'll see the message from the chief of police. There's nothing that says anything about the assault that occurred or anything. It just says message from the chief of police. So you really have to look into this or know what you're looking for to actually get an answer on this press release they keep talking about. Moving on, we're going to scroll down and hit that message from the chief of police, and you're going to be introduced to a really pathetic webpage that's probably made in the 1980s. So here's a message from the chief of police, and I'm just going to read it to you here. Message from the chief of the police. I was made aware of this incident that occurred on the 7th of June, 2025 at approximately 2300 hours. For those of you who don't know, it's 11 p.m. on Main Street East in the town of Smiths Falls. Further, I was also advised of a portion of a video that was circulating on social media that captured some of the interaction. It's not an interaction, it was a full-out assault by the police officer. That captured some of the interaction with a female who was in custody. And now he goes on to do the victim blaming like all police services do by saying, every day our officers are faced with volatile individuals in this community. Their well-being is important, as in those who are in our care and custody. Why the hell would this chief write this by saying the person who was just assaulted, their well-being is important to them? Like, this is unbelievable. So the rest of the paragraph, I'm not going to read it, but basically says that they've hired, or they're going to hire, an outside police agency to investigate this assault. Now, that's more taxpayers' money wasted again, more manpower wasted again. And also, it's very plain to see that this cop was in the wrong. He assaulted a lady, and he should be fired. There's no need for an investigation. It is what it is. The lady was obviously charged with whatever she did or whatever offense it is, and the officer assaulted her. So they both should be charged. The officer should be charged, and he should lose his job for assaulting a member of the public. Period. Now, both officers have been placed on administrative duties until the completion of this internal investigation. Well, it's not an internal investigation. You just said you're going to, have it farmed out to another police service. So that's bullshit right there. And they don't want to comment any further about this incident. Why not? You're a police service. You're supposed to be 100% transparent. So why won't you comment on it? You should be answering every single question thrown at you about this. This is somebody's daughter. This is somebody's child. This is a human being. And now they're going to do this huge, probably a 6-7 month investigation. And if it goes to Joseph Martino from the SIU, well, let me tell you, he's going to be found not guilty. I can guarantee you that.